So I'll be showing you how you can troubleshoot your computer-based testing, that is your CBT. So we'll be looking at different use cases. Now, the use case one is some students are seeing exams, but some cannot see that same exam. Now, here is what you will need to do. Click on your menu, click on computer-based testing. Then you can view the exam. So let's assume it's basic 1. Let's proceed. So we'll be using this English. So for this English now, the question is some students are seeing exams, but some cannot. So here is a possible reason why some students in a particular class will be seeing exam and some will not see. This usually happens when your school have so all you have to do is navigate to this end rule and click on classes. Now, as you can see, this will show you classes taking this exam. So all you have to do is that ensure that particular students that are not seeing that exam, that their classes are showing here. So in your school you can have basic 1A and basic 1B, and the reason why basic 1A can be seeing the exam and basic 1B will not be seeing the exam is because basic 1B may not be offering that particular subject, or English language or that particular subject may not have been assigned to that class. So all you have to do is come to menu, click on class management, then you will see assign subject to class. Now all you have to do is choose that particular class or arm that is not seeing that exam, then assign that subject to that class. Once you've done that, go back to your computer-based test, click on the exam group, click on view exam, choose the class that you want to troubleshoot for, and then come back to update the exam. So once you do this, it will automatically now add that class offering these subjects to the exam, and your students should be able to see those exams now. Then the other possible reason why some students may be seeing after you've done this is you have to click on this exam group, then you can click on edit. Now once you click on edit, ensure that the classes that class is actually selected. So you can have 2 arms in your school, but on some cases you can choose only basic 1A and you may forget basic 1B. So you have to add the other class of those students not seeing the exam. So you have to add them. Once you're done, you click on done and then you submit. So once you do this, you have to go back to the exam, and then you can then go back to update. So once you do this, you're sure that use case 1 has been taken care of. Now let's look at the next use case where all students cannot see their exam. Now all you have to do is ensure that your start date is accurate, your end date is accurate. Then you also have to check that your student's computer or device, the time is not outdated. So you have to ensure that the time is within your exam time range, that is your start date and the end date. And then also ensure that this exam is enabled, like it's turned on. So once you've done this, all you have to do is to update. So first you have to check your start date and your end date to ensure that the date has not yet passed. Then the other reason why some students may not even see the exam can be that particular student has written the exam. So all you have to do is once you check and that particular student must have logged in or written the exam, you can either delete or you can retain that student score. Now scores are marked wrongly. Here are some possible reasons why your scores may be marked wrongly, which can be your total marks can be wrong. So you may assume you entered 100, meanwhile what was saved was 10, and then your students now will have to score between this score range. So you have to ensure that your total marks is accurate, because the system marks your CBT based on your total mark. Now the other scenario can be student score can be, so another scenario can be students cannot see their score once they submit. Now here is how to solve that. On that particular exam, you have to navigate to the end, click on more, and now see that show score on submission is turned on. So once this is turned on, you want the student to be able to see their score once they submit an exam. So the next one is incomplete questions showing in the exam. All you have to do is on that particular exam, confirm that the questions are correct. Sometimes you may be thinking you chose the right numbers of questions, but in reality what you chose may be less because you're rushing. So always ensure that your numbers of questions are intact. Then the other one is students cannot log in to offline CBT. Now the reason why some students cannot log into offline CBT is that the class taking that exam, like this classes here, that particular student is not there. So you have to ensure that that class is offering that subject that students they are complaining about. They are offering that subject, and you have to ensure that you update it, or you have to check the exam group, which is this. You can click on edit and confirm that that particular exam group, the student class, is taking that exam. So once you've done this, you have to click on submit, and then you have to go back to the exam basic one, and then you have to update. So once you update this, it will automatically now update the exam, and on your offline CBT you can re-download the exam. This will fix the student issue. Then the last use case for your troubleshooting can be students cannot access their dashboard. So one reason why students cannot access their dashboard can be they are inputting in the wrong username, or they are entering a wrong password. So these are like two possible use cases while a student cannot access their dashboard. So all you have to do is, for those particular students, you have to click on menu. You have to ask them their class, if it's basic 1. Then you have to navigate to students. Then you can then search for the student, or if you've seen them, you have to confirm their username. Then if you want to change their password, you can click on their profile head, and then you can update their password and give them the new password. So these are some possible troubleshooting you can do if your exams are not giving you what you want. But if this issue persists, please feel free to contact support with the phone number showing on the screen, or you can send us an email and we'll respond to you immediately.